Hey guys, welcome back to Janeen Leslie TV. I am Janeen Leslie. Thank you for coming back and watching my channel. If you're new, thank you for coming to check me out. If you're an oldie but goodie, thank you so much for your support. So today, I'm making fried pork. Yes! Alright, so I got my fried pork. I have my vegetable oil. And I have garlic pepper seasoning. Okay? Don't mind my nails. I gotta get them done. Alright, so now I've got my pan here. I'm going to turn my oven on so it can get nice and hot. So I'm going to season my pork. Because I want it to be nice, and I've been wanting this for a while. Like, I made it last week and it was so good. So I was like, let me just make it again today. So I'm getting my pan hot. So right now I'm just flipping it on the other side. Flipping it over right now. And I'm going to salt the other side too. It's garlic. This is just garlic pepper seasoning. That's it. Because I'm not trying to do a whole lot of salt. So then I'm going to pour my olive oil into my pan. Just a little bit. I don't need a lot because that pork has its own fat. So I'm just pouring just a little bit in there. Okay? And then I'm going to swirl it around. As you can see, my oven is nice and hot. And now I'm going to put my pork in there. This is so good, you guys. I have made this, like I said, one time before, and it was so delicious. I was like, I gotta make the rest of the pack. And it's low in carbs, right? It's high in fat, but it's low in carbs. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fry these really hard until they're nice and dark. You can get this anywhere. You can get it at, I think I got it at Costco. And it was only like maybe 15 bucks, 20 bucks. It wasn't that bad. It was maybe 20 bucks. So, yeah, go to your local Costco. They have it. This is pork butt. Walmart has it once in a while, but a smaller pack for like 7 bucks. But I like the bigger pack because you can feed more people. And it lasts longer, it stretches further. So what you're going to do is you're going to fry this in the pan. I'd say maybe about 15-20 minutes because you want it to be really nice and cooked well because it's pork. So you don't want it to be cooked just enough. You want it to be thoroughly cooked through. And then what I just do is I'm going to put the top on it and let one side crisp up real good. And then we'll be right back, okay? You leave it on high, by the way, so that it will cook a little bit quicker. So I'll leave it on high. It's kind of like, it looks like pieces of bacon. If you look at it, it looks like big, thick slices of bacon. That's basically what it is, but they're thicker, really thick cuts, and it's called pork butt. So this is usually what Asian people use. When they're making stir fries and they're doing their hot pot, they usually mix it with noodles or rice. So today, I'm going to mix mine with noodles, and I just wanted to show you how to make this pork butt, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to flip it one time just to see how it looks. As you can see, it's starting to brown already. Using my tongs. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you should smell this. It smells so delicious. And you just flip them all. See, I told you, it cooks fast. When you leave it on high, it cooks pretty quick. But you want to cook it all the way through because this is pork. So you want to try to cook down as much of that fat as possible. And so we'll be right back. I'm going to put my top back on. And I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, so now we're going to check it again. Let's see how our pork is coming along. Oh my gosh, look at that, y'all. Doesn't that just look tender and juicy? So now I'm going to flip it over again and see how the other side looks. This has to cook a good amount of time. So we're going to let it, I think I can leave it a couple more minutes on this side. See, it's starting to brown already. And I'm using my big tongs because this is a big piece of meat. So, oh look at that. See, that side is brown already. Usually one side of your pot cooks quicker than the other. Look at that. That is brown. See? So I'm going to grab this piece of meat too. And I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to grab this piece. Now see, what I'm going to do is switch them because this piece looks like it's cooking quicker than this piece over here. So I'm going to switch it. I can get it, pick it up. And I'm going to put it on this side. I'm going to move all the meat over and cook this on this side so it'll cook a little bit quicker. It is splashing a little bit because of the oil, but that's okay. I'm going to put the top back on it. And then I'm going to let it cook some more. We're going to cook it until it's nice and dark golden brown. Let me clean up my surface real quick. I don't like when my oven is dirty while I'm cleaning. So I'm going to wipe this down a little bit. Wipe my oven. Okay. I'll be right back and we'll check on our pork. Okay, so we're going to check our meat again. Top is getting kind of hot. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Nice and golden brown on the sides there. I let it cook for a couple minutes. Now look at that piece. Isn't that beautiful? Now it's cooking good. It's getting nice and golden brown. Look at that piece. Yes. Now we're getting to the fried pork part. Okay? Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty of making fried pork. Okay, flip all your pieces. Right here. Put that in there. So it gets a little bit browner. This piece is basically cooked, like it's falling apart. So even if it doesn't get as dark as the other pieces, it's still cooking. See that? Now we're getting to the fried pork part. So now we got to let the other side cook, and I'll be right back. Ooh, that's hot. Okay, we're going to check our pork again and see how it looks. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Look at that. See, now the pieces look smaller now, because a lot of that fat has burned off of there. But we like that fat. We like to have some of that fat. Not all of it, but some of it. So I'm going to turn and flip this one again. This has the most fat on it. That's a nice thick piece right there. Look at that one. See, some of these, yeah, I'm going to let them cook longer. This piece, I really need to let that cook longer, because that piece has a lot of fat on it. What I might do is take one of these pieces out or move it. Okay, so now I'm going to flip these again. I think I might move this one over here again, because now that one's cooking good. See, that piece is cooking good. And maybe move this one over. It's hard doing it with one hand while you're recording. It's harder than it looks. Alright, so we'll move that one probably on top of this one for now. And then put that, look at that, that's cooking automatically. That's cooking good. And then this one, I'm going to flip that over. See, that one's cooking real good too now. And I think I'm going to turn my fire down a little bit. And put it on half now, because I don't want it to burn. So it'll cook a little bit slower, but it'll cook all the way through. Now our pieces are getting nice and dark. Let's see. I might move this one over here. Oh yeah, look at that. That is golden brown. All our pieces are cooking really good now, really fast. See that? I want to make sure all the fat, most of the fat, is cooked off of there. So I'm going to flip this one again. Look, see, that one's getting darker. That one's getting dark now. But that's okay. We want it to be dark, because that means that our fat is cooking off. And that's what we want. Okay. So these are basically done. I'm going to take them out in 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I have my paper towel plate right here. And I'm going to take my meat out now because it's dark enough for me. So I'll press it down. It's nice and firm. It's not, you know, mushy or anything like that. It's nice and hard and crunchy. That's how I want it. And then I'm going to take my pieces out and put it on the paper towel. This one I might let it cook it just a little bit longer, but the other smaller pieces I'm taking out. Because what it is I don't want them to be too tough. I'm going to take this one out. And also this one. I'm going to take those out as well. Those are cooked really good now. But I still want a little bit of fat, you know what I mean? Because that's the best part of it, of the pork. See that? And then I'm going to turn off my pot. The pot is really hot. Pan. Turn it off. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. Now I'm going to plate it up. Okay. So now that the fried pork is done, usually what I do is I'll take a piece of pork, hold it in my hand, and use my shears to cut it. My kitchen shears to cut the meat. So I'm going to hold it with the tongs. And I just snip off pieces into this container. Let's see, can you see the container? Yeah, the container's right there. So I just cut pieces off into the container. I hold it with one hand and I cut with the other. It's so simple. Like, it doesn't take no time. And you can cut the pieces as small as you want or as big as you want. I like mine kind of thin because they're really fat, you know, thick, the slices. So I cut mine thin. I like to have flavor in every bite. Oh, gotta hold it tight with those tongs. And it takes a minute, but that's okay. This is just to show you what I do with it. And I just keep cutting until all the pieces are done. And then I will show you my plate. Okay? You just cut the pieces into this container. And then, see how that looks? Good, right? Ooh, looks good. Okay. And then I have my plate here. And here's my plate. Doesn't that look delicious? I got my noodles. Can you see it? Got my noodles with my fried pork. All right, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. And I love y'all. See you in the next video. Bye.